In our previous class, we discussed exemptions in relation to transportation of passengers. In this class, we will discuss about transportation of goods, that is, exemptions when goods are transported. Just like the previous class, exemption can be classified into goods are transported through road, by rails and vessels, and through air transport. So we will discuss one by one. Now let us discuss exemption with relation to road transportation. Though the topic is exemption in relation to road transportation, we will be mainly talking about exemptions in relation to GTA, that is goods transportation agencies, because 99% of transportation of goods in India happens through GTA. Now I hope you remember what GTA is. If you do remember what we discussed in chapter number 3, it will be very easier for you to understand this particular topic. The exemptions which are given to GTA can be broadly classified into 3 types. That is item based exemptions, second one is value based exemptions, and third one is person based exemption. Let us study one by one. First, let us discuss item based exemptions. There are 6 items. If someone sends these 6 items to anyone else through GTA, it is exempt. So it is a very simple point. If anyone is sending these 6 items, then it is exempt from GST. Let us see what are these 6 items. So here they are talking about agricultural produce, milk, salt and food grains, and third one is organic manure, fourth one is newspapers and magazines, fifth one is relief materials, and the last one is defense and military equipments. That means if anyone is sending any of these 6 items, it is exempt from GST. Let us take a simple example to understand this. Let us say that Amul from Gujarat is sending 10,000 liters of milk to Kolkata. So now Amul is sending 10,000 liters of milk through GTA. Now this entire service provided by GTA is exempt from GST. Why? Because he is transporting one of these 6 items. So I hope the first point is clear. So the first exemption is item based exemption. Now let us talk about the second category, that is value based exemptions. Now you may ask me, what is value here? Whenever a GTA is providing a transportation service, they will charge a fees. This fees is popularly called as consignment fees. So whenever I am telling value, I am referring to consignment fees. The exemption goes this way. First they are saying, if the total consignment fees is less than 1500, there is no GST. So if the total consignment fees is less than 1500, no GST. Then they said the second point. If the individual consignment fees, that is consignment fees for individual consignee, if it is less than 750, there is no GST on that. Now I know there are certain doubts left, there are certain confusions left. Let us take examples to understand this in a better way. Let us say that I am Reliance Digital. And I have to send 2 goods. One is mobile phone and one more is washing machine. Now to send this to my customer's place, I approached the GTA, that is DHL, one of the popular GTA companies. Now let us take scenarios and understand in what case GTA is applicable and on what value. In the first case, let us say for mobile phone they charge the consignment fee of 600 rupees, and for a washing machine they charge the consignment fee of 1200. So what is the total consignment fees? It is 1800. This is more than 1500. This means on entire 1800 there is GST. That means there is no exemption when the value exceeds 1500. Let us see the second scenario. The consignment fees charged for mobile phone is 600 and the consignment fees charged for the washing machine is 800. So what is the total consignment fees? It is 1400. That means it is lesser than 1500. That does not mean there is exemption on this. Now you need to see individual consignment value. First case it is 600. which is lesser than 750. In the second case, it is 800, which is more than 750. So here GST is leviable. So on entire 800 rupees, not on the entire consignment fees, but only on 800 rupees, GST has to be paid. That other 600 rupees is exempt from GST. Let us take the third scenario, where the consignment fees charged for the mobile is also 600 and consignment fees charged for the washing machine is also 600. Now what is the total consignment fees? It is 1200, which is lesser than 1500. So there is exemption. But you will again see individual consignment value. Both are less than 750 rupees. So entire 1200 is exempt from GST. So now whenever you are looking at GTA, first thing you need to answer is what is the value. If it is more than 1500, on entire value there is GST. If it is lesser than 1500, you need to see individual consignee values. If it is lesser than 750, then only on those value lesser than 750 there is exemption. After these examples, I hope you understood value based exemptions. Let me ask you one last question. Say X transported laptop through a GTA. Now the consignment fees came up to 2000 rupees. So consignment fees is 2000 rupees. Tell me whether it is exempt or not. Now you will say it is more than 1500 rupees and it is not exempt. But before you answer, you need to know who is X. If X is a factory, it is taxable. If X is a society, it is taxable. If X is a cooperative society, it is taxable. If X is a body corporate or company, it is taxable. If X is a partnership firm, it is taxable. If X is a casual taxable person, it is taxable. Or if X is any other registered person, it is taxable. What am I trying to say is, if X is unregistered person who does not fall under any of these categories, it is exempt. If this X was me, if I was Mr. X and I am not registered under GST and I was sending this laptop, then there is no GST. Even if the value exceeds 1500, if the consignor is a unregistered person, then there is no GST. To conclude, let us take 3 examples to understand it in a very better way. First, let us say a company is sending tomato through GTA. A company is sending tomatoes through a GTA. Now you need to see which of the exemption is applicable. First, what are they sending? They are sending tomato. Tomato is an agricultural produce, so it comes under item based exemption. So on entire consignment fees, there is no GST. Let us look at the second scenario. That is, a Pepsi is sending 100 packets of Lays. Pepsi is sending 100 packets of Lays and the consignment fees is 400 rupees. First you will see whether it falls under item based exemption. Lays is not covered under any of those 6 items. So you see the second condition, that is, what is the consignment value? It is lesser than 1500. So on 400 rupees there is no GST, it is exempted. Let us see the third scenario, that is, an individual, say Mr. Arun is sending his sofa set from one place to another. So Arun is sending his sofa set from one place to another and the value is 5000 rupees. Now, first, whether it is covered under item based exemption, sofa set is not covered under any of those 6 items. So second, you see the second condition. That is whether the value is lesser than 1500. The value is 5000. So it is not even covered under second value based exemption. The third category you see, that is person based exemption. Whether Mr. Arun falls under any of those categories, whether he is a factory, society, cooperative society, or a company or partnership, or a registered casual taxable person. Here Arun is an unregistered person. So Arun need not pay GST on entire 5000 rupees. So this is in entirety services by GTA and exemptions on that.